Okay, today I'm gonna continue with my console application. Just gonna do a small menu and see if I can uh, show some information about my computer to the console window. I did end up refactoring some of the code that was already there. All I did is took the code that I had to draw a box and I put it into a function. It's in my UI helper function. Um, this is not great code. It's just playing around, and don't feel obligated to always write perfect code. It's just get things going, easy to learn that way, and then refactor as you need. As you're learning, you just want to play around, and you enjoy it better if you are actually making mistakes and trying new things, and then after a while you'll get the hang of cleaning the code up. Um, as I mentioned, this is a simple uh, box drawing routine, and I did send in some parameters saying start position X and Y, and then width and height, so that it will draw a rectangle around that area. And then I uh, wrote another function so I can clear a box. So it's a little bit different, just empty spaces to clear it out, so that if you want to clear a box and the data inside of it, you have a function. Also wrote a couple other functions. Write at essentially allows you to write some text into a position on the screen, X and Y coordinates. And then here's another function, right centered. Essentially takes the length of the screen, and then the length of the text string. So add them together and you divide it by two. It's kind of give an approximate exposition that you can point to and center the text. A couple of helper functions, and then the main function, like I said, I move all the code to the helper functions. You have to include those. If it's all in this same namespace, it, this same namespace, you don't have to include it. But if you had it in a different namespace, you'll have to add it. Okay, so let me show you what I got so far. It's pretty basic. Show a border and press enter to continue. Alright, so that's this code. And now if I wanted to draw a different rectangle in a different position, let's say 10, 10, and I want the width to be 20 uh, characters long and the height to be 5 characters long, I'll draw a box in that position, 10, 10 position with the length of 20, height of 5. So it's not accurate, but you're not worried about that. But we'll figure out what's wrong with the calculation. I believe I do a -2 when I initially did the function. Um, yeah, so -2, and we'll have to figure something out later on. But um, we'll just leave it for now. We'll have to debug everything later on. So, but it's kind of does a rectangle, so I'll do 8 or something like that, and then maybe make it 40 characters long. So draw a bigger rectangle. Okay, so I'm gonna put some text in there. Position 11, 1 pixel inside the box, and then 1 pixel down from the top. Let's see if it shows up correctly. There we go. Let's actually call it our main menu. I'll move it 1 pixel over for now. Actually, I want centered text, that function that we had. I'll do my utility software, something like that. Now I want to put it on. Let's only need the Y position, so let's do third row on the screen. So it should be centered. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to also move this a little bit to the right and move this up a little bit, about 5, and then 20, just to make it a little bit bigger. Might be too much, but I'll can get fancy later and then move things around so that it dynamically figures out where it needs to be. Idea is to eventually make those boxes kind of like windows that we could use inside the application. But we're just playing around, just learning as we go. Alright, so that's good enough. So I'm going to move to 2020 on the exposition, and and then so 5. Let's do 6. So that would be 1 row. And let's do 2 rows below the top border of the box. There we go. So, alright, so let's actually add a menu item. Let's call item 1. Let's see. No, it's the same. Actually, we'll skip a row, and I'll say, let's say what we want. We want the host name, computer name kind of thing. I'll call it computer name. And then next one, IP address. How about that? There you go. Yep. And then actually, yeah, Q exit. Alright, so I'm gonna do any key, get selection, so we should get a key. Alright, I think that should be a string. Unnecessary assignment. Let's see if console key. Oh, it's helping. Oh, what is this? Yeah, that's AI helping us. That's not what I wanted, but it'll be fine for now. Alright, let's see what it'll do. So if I hit 1, there we go, computer name. It's kind of cheating because the AI unfortunately is helping me here too, but that's fine. Long as you can direct it to do what you want, but essentially, yeah. I just want to see the option 1. And so let's put this in a loop. So yeah, something like that. That is while loop. And I am gonna actually I want to what do I want to do? I want to do it inside here. I don't want to draw the outer border. And if help me, I want to select Q. I want to break if it's Q, and then I don't know what it's doing now. It's adding lots of nonsense, noise, and maybe eventually I'll turn the AI off. But that's kind of nice to know what the AI is trying to do too. So that's a learning experience now. All right, so we got the menu. If it's decimal one, it does the computer name, and then so if it's two, computer name, get the environment variable. Let's see what the AI will give us. And then I want actually here. Press any key to continue. Because I want to redo the menu. And I'm going to do clear box. So reset the box in the beginning. Let's see what it is. Alright, so if I do 1, it gives me the computer name. 2, and just gave me the same information. Q, exited it. Okay, so whoops. I'll clear it before it exits. Alright, this didn't work, but I did. Did I? No, I will get some code that I found to get the IP addresses. Let's see, let's find it. And let's create a function. Public static string get my IP address. Alright. And alright. So I found this Googling, so it's nothing magical. There are probably 15 ways to do the same thing, but using, I think it's using, oh come on, quit helping me. .net, is it net? Yeah. So here I'm going to return. Again, this is not perfect code. I just wanted to play around, and if you find any IP address, I'm just going to return that. So let's use that function now that we have it in our program. Insist this function. It needs the class because it's a static class. And see if that gives us some information. One, no, that, two, there's the IP address. Q, now press enter to exit. There you go. That's a starting point. I think that's enough for this video. I'll keep continuing to play around. Thanks for watching. Bye.